Hi, superstars. It is time for math, and we are on lesson 4-3, comparing numbers to 10. You've already learned how to compare numbers to the number 5. You're going to now learn how to compare numbers to the number 10. I have some counters over here. I'm going to draw in some counters, and these are going to represent some horses on Mr. Brown's farm. Okay, so he has some horses on his farm, and each of these counters represents one horse. So does he have more than 10 horses or fewer than 10 horses? How can we find that out? Okay, we know that there are 10 counters here. This is a 10 frame over here. And there are 10 counters, so we're going to move our counters in this 10 frame. I'm going to put a line through each counter that I move. So there's one counter. I'm going to put a line and move it over here. And I'm going to continue to do this with my counters. I'm filling up this 10 frame. And we are going to see if Mr. Brown has more than 10 horses or fewer than 10 horses. All right, I'm almost finished filling up this 10 frame. Oh, look, I don't have any more spots to put a counter in, and I have extra counters over here, so I'm going to put them in over here. Okay, so there are 10 counters here. There are 10 squares in this 10 frame. So that means there's 10 counters. Now I have 2 extra counters. So do you think by looking at this that Mr. Brown has more than 10 horses on his farm or fewer than 10 horses? He has more than 10. Why does he have more than 10? How did you figure that out? Well, we know that because we filled in all of the 10 squares with counters, and we have 2 extra counters. All right, so that means he actually has 12 horses, which is more than 10. Let's look in this 10 frame here. So Mr. Brown has some dogs on his farm. And we are going to figure out if he has more than 10 dogs or less than 10 dogs. Each of these counters is going to represent one dog. So we're going to, again, take one from here and fill it in our 10 frame. Take one away and put it here. All right, let's continue moving our counters that represent how many dogs he has on his farm. Okay, last one. So, how many dogs does Mr. Brown have on his farm? We can count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He has 6. We know that that is less than or fewer than 10 because look, we have all of these empty squares in our 10 frame. We did not fill our 10 frame. So we have fewer than 10 dogs. All right, let's turn our page over. Let's look at our first box over here. What do you think Mr. Brown is doing? It looks like he's counting chickens. So let's help him count. How many chickens are there? 10. How did you know? Because there are no empty boxes or squares in this 10 frame. So remember, a 10 frame holds 10 items when each square is filled up. So we can count to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 chickens. All right, let's go here to our next box. Let's count the chickens together. Now let's point and count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is 7 greater or less than 10? Less. How did you know? There are 3 empty spaces in the 10 frame. We did not fill it up, so it is less than 10. Let's look at this last box over here. Are there more than 10 chickens? How do you know? Yes, there is 1 extra chicken right here below the 10 frame. So we filled up the 10 frame and there's 1 more. So we know that there are more than 10 chickens just by looking at it. Okay, now let's go right here to number 1. We're over here. So what we're going to do, we're going to color counters to show a number that is a lot smaller than 10. Not just a little, but a lot smaller. So you can color in as many counters to show a number that is a lot smaller than 10. I'm going to color in 2 counters. That is showing a number that is a lot smaller than 10. Look at all the empty circles and squares there are. So 2 is a lot smaller than 10. All right, let's go to number 2. Draw counters to show a number that is more than 10. All right, let's draw some counters. And we are going to show a number that is more than 10. So should I fill up this 10 frame? Yes, I shall, because we are showing a number more than 10. Is that a number more than 10? Yes, we filled up our 10 frame. This is 10, and we have 3 more than 10. So we have 13. Let's look at number 3. Circle each picture that shows fewer than 10. So you're going to circle each picture that shows fewer than 10. Look at this 10 frame. Is it filled up? No, we have empty boxes. So is this number fewer or greater than 10? It is fewer than 10. So we're going to circle it. We can count to see how many there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 is fewer than 10. Let's look at number 4. Is this fewer than 10? Look at the 10 frame. Is it filled up? It is. And look, we have extra pails. So this picture shows more. The number is greater than 10. So we're not going to circle it. So it's showing how many? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It is showing more than 10. It is a number greater than 10. We're looking for a number that shows fewer. Look at number 5. Is this picture showing fewer than 10? Look at the 10 frame. Look at how many empty boxes there are. So this is showing fewer than 10. Let's count to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 is fewer than 10. Let's look at number 6. Can you tell if this has fewer than 10 or more than 10? The 10 frame is filled up and we have 1 extra. So it is showing a number greater than 10 or more than 10. All right, good job, superstars. Finish your math practice sheet. And until next time, have a wonderful day.